If you're involved in making a film, then it's very important that you actually get the credit for it. And that's why it's very important to make sure that all of your credits are listed on IMDb. IMDb is a popular international website that stands for the International Movie Database. It has every movie ever made, all of the cast and crew, details about it. So if you want your film to matter and if you want it to get noticed, then it's important that it is on IMDb. Today, I'm going to be talking about how to add your personal credits onto IMDb. There are a few different situations, so maybe you have worked on your own film, or maybe you have worked on someone else's film. And perhaps if you're on someone else's film, maybe they haven't quite added your credit just yet. Maybe they have added a credit, but they've perhaps gotten a spelling wrong, or they've accidentally attributed your credit to someone else. Or of course, if you have made your own project, I'm going to be showing you how to add your own credit to your own film. You do actually need to have your film on IMDb also. And I do have another video specifically about this that you can watch that'll show you step by step how to add a film onto IMDb. I'll also add a link to this in the description so that it's easy for you to find. If you are brand new to IMDb and you haven't used it before, then of course you are going to have to create an account. So once you are on the IMDb website, just go into sign in. Then of course from here you are going to be clicking on create new account. Follow the prompts, and then once you have your account, then let's log in. If you have already listed a film on IMDb, then you've probably already been through this process and you already have an account. Either way, once you do have an account, let's get started with adding in your personal credit. You can just go to the search bar here and either type in the name of your film. Again, if you still need to add your film, then check out that other video I mentioned. I'm going to be using one of my new short films as an example. It is called Other Ends. It's a sci-fi. So then you've landed on your film on IMDb. Now, if you are adding the credits in yourself, then this might be new to you, and a lot of these sections might be blank at this time because you still need to add in other people perhaps. But then of course you might just be adding your credit to another project that you have helped out on. We're going to go past all of the cast part down to here, and we're going to click on all cast and crew. Then we're going to scroll right down to the very bottom, and we're going to select edit page. For this one, I'm just going to be adding in just a random fake name just so that I can show you how it works. And let's add in another director. So I'm going to do continue, and then we're going to put in some kind of random name. So I'm going to put in like Thomas Smith. I'm expecting that there's going to be a lot of them, obviously because this person isn't real, but let's pretend that they are. They're not shown here, so I'm going to say result not shown. The person that you're adding to it, whether it be yourself or another person, maybe they don't have anything on IMDb yet, so you're going to have to add them from scratch. Then it'll sort of give you this kind of list here where again you can see some of the other Thomas Smiths that are on IMDb. In this instance, you're just putting yourself onto IMDb, so you're going to know which one is you or not. And if you've never been on IMDb just yet, then we're going to be putting down this is a different person not currently listed, create Thomas Smith, and then it's going to give you just a random Roman numeral that is going to put you in line after all of the other Thomas Smiths that are already on there. So I'm going to click this is a different person not currently listed, create Thomas Smith, and then I'm going to say recheck these updates. Now it's going to be all green, and then we're going to submit these updates. That's it. Now you'll sort of give it a little bit of time. If I give it about half an hour, the name will probably be on the listing. We'll have a look at some of the other departments just because sometimes there can be some variations. I'm going to look at this one here. So we're going to add him in as a producer. So then once again, I'm going to say add one credit. If you were adding multiple people to certain sections, so maybe it's like the special effects team, you can add 25 people, and then you'd go through and you'd do that same process for each of those different people. So right now we're just going to use producers as an example. So let's go back down. We're going to say continue. And again, we're just going to use that same person, Thomas Smith. And it's none of those Thomas Smiths because we know which one it is now. Again, because I'm doing this so soon, the one that we've already made isn't listed on there just yet. So here we go. This is a different person, not currently listed. Blah, blah, blah. But then with some roles, you'll have a few other options to choose from, because with director, there's only really one main director, so that one's easy. But with producers, there's different types of producers. So if you were just the main producer, then you would just put producer. If you're an executive producer, goes the same way for the camera department, the editing department. There's all sorts of roles in there, so each of these will give you a list, and then it's up to you just to go into that list and find the one that you are. So I'm not actually going to add in that Thomas Smith as a producer, because he wasn't. That is it. Nice and quick. That is how you add your own credit to IMDb. I'll add in one little bonus note, and this is just if someone else has created the film and they've entered in the credits and perhaps they've just gotten your name wrong. So again, we're just going to go into the old cast and crew. We're going to scroll all the way down to the bottom. We're going to say edit page, and we're going to find the department of the person that needs to be corrected. Let's just use one of my ones. So we're going to say director, and we're just going to say correct. This is also, as you can see, the way that you would delete the credit as well. Perhaps maybe someone's put your name on a film, but you never actually ended up working on that film. So you could just delete it as well. So you can say correct. And then again, we're going to go down to continue. We're going to say correct in this part here. I'm going to say check these updates, and then you can go in and fix your spelling, and then everything's all right. So that one right there is definitely correct. So now I'm going to say check these updates, and then you'll go through all the usual stuff, just confirming the listing for that name. But unfortunately my first name is not Adamantium, so I'm going to go back and I'm not going to save any of those changes. That is it. That is how you either add or correct a credit on IMDb. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.